Many institutions managed to survive the deluge. Abrahamic sects, for example, still trace their lineages to churches from before the event. The presidency of the USA still exists as a spiritual head of all Americanists. Brazil, though it did collapse, eventually rose again as an empire. But the inheritance of Mexico is not so cut and dry. Our vast land is divided between a dozen faiths and a dozen cultures, all vying for their place. To restore our country, we must win this Mexican standoff. Hello and welcome, my name is Michael, and this is the first episode of my After the End Mexican Standoff playthrough. Now, we will be playing in San Luis Potosi as leader Charo Felipe. He is a randomly generated character. He's fickle, calm, and trusting. None of those are good traits, but not bad either. And we can work with that. But what we can't work with is the fact that we are an imbecile and frail, so I guess we're not going to be playing as leader Charo. No, instead I'm just going to be designing my own ruler. I've made him purposefully to be somewhat unremarkable. He has a level 2 Diplo education, he's chaste, which is not good for the negative 25 fertility, but it is a virtue for our faith. We are also stubborn and impatient, we have no other traits. We are decent at diplomacy, not terrible at martial or stewardship, and just not very good at everything else. At 25 years old, it's not so young that it's going to give us a huge advantage, but it's also not too old either. We are Philemon of the Niño dynasty. So let's get in there. And we are part of the Mexican standoff. Now, this is, of course, the struggle mechanic, where there's this region where we, or anyone else who's involved, need to unify it. It consists of the de jure Mexico Empire and the Arido America Empire. Currently, we are in the high noon phase, which is the opportunity phase, it seems to me. And that's a phase where you can go to war, it's not that hard, you can scheme against your ruler, but it's not the dust-up phase. The dust-up phase is the equivalent to the hostile phase, where war is the name of the game. And then there's the parley phase, which is the, I guess, compromise phase, where everyone just kinda gets along. We start as a duke level ruler with 5 counties and 2 count level vassals beneath us, each of them holding 2 counties. We control our entire de jure duchy, except that our vassal controls a part of it, and we also control a few counties out here outside of our de jure duchy. So we are gonna try and grow into the Gran Chichimeca kingdom, and forming it will be our first goal. We are at 5 out of 4 domain, and even though our council is pretty decent, these 2 guys aren't great, but they're powerful vassals, so I'll keep them where they are. But our wife is not very good. Oh my god, wait, she has 0 in all stats? Hold on, what if I let the game run for a few days? Okay, good, she got her stats. Okay, and now if I put her onto manage domain, we have 5 out of 5 domain, fantastic. I thought I was gonna have to go down the stewardship lifestyle, but maybe not. Speaking of lifestyles, we of course have the Diplo education, so I'm kinda drawn to that. Oh, and we start with 30 perks in that lifestyle that we can distribute wherever we want. So yeah, I think it does make most sense to us to just go down the Diplo lifestyle for now. Let's do foreign affairs, and we'll do diplomat. Opinion sent from gifts, very nice. Defensive packs, that's my favorite for now. Independent ruler opinion plus 15, that will be useful, and maybe even being able to propose alliances without marriage, as we don't have any children right now. And expeditionary warfare for the title creation cost and the ducal conquest CB, why not? The reason I decided to play in Mexico was to try out the Mexican standoff mechanics, as I did recently try out the Iberian struggle for the first time, and this seemed like fun. I did consider changing my dynasty to be Sikub and changing my coat of arms to be like, oh, this is the sort of in-universe continuation of that dynasty, but whatever. But I think I would rather have this be a totally new dynasty and a totally new story, and also it would be kinda strange explaining away the world-spanning Khazar Empire. So we'll go with Nino for now. The cross on my coat of arms is fitting, as we are Cristero. This is basically pretty much the mainstream Catholic Church of Mexico. It's pretty much Catholicism with some Mexican folkloric traditions thrown in there. We are a highly militant faith. Holy wars cost less piety for us. Our clerics are expected to be commanders. And our head of faith, Archbishop Primate George over here, is the leader of a holy order. And as you can see, our Cristero faith is the most widespread within Mexico, but there are a few others. There's Limpio, bordering us here. They are also kinda Catholic Mexicans, but they're more slanted towards the Mexico part than Catholic. There are a bunch of little... Well, there's these guys that apparently worship Macho Libres over here. There are various idiosyncratic and Mesoamerican faiths. The most interesting one for me is the Aline Adorato faith, which is kinda like Americanism but for Mexico. Mexicanism. They are sort of the faith of the Mexican government. And taking a look at the temporal leaders of that land, we have the Republic of Mexico and the Mexican Republic. I'm guessing in the lore that they both claim to be the continuation of the Mexican state. In game, they are both administrative, whereas everyone here is mostly feudal, with the exception of these guys up north. Since they are administrative, they may turn out to be quite a issue for us to deal with. They are strong, and the Mexican Republic is Cristero just like us. So we won't be able to deal with them through holy wars. But yeah, I'm pretty sure both of them need to be destroyed in order for us to truly become the leaders of Mexico. Now, as for our culture, we are the Abejeño culture, here centrally located. Let's see. We are warrior priests, okay, that goes well with our faith. Okay, ancient miners, we can build quarries easier. Dia de Muertos. What does that mean? Day of the Dead. Oh, okay, so it's like a holy day. We can celebrate it. Okay, I'll see what that means. Maybe it's an event or a decision. We'll see. Life is just a joke. A fun tradition to have, and this is, I think, unique to us, or maybe this region. Charreria. Characters from this culture can recruit charros as men-at-arms. Oh, okay, so these guys are light cavalry that are good in rough terrain. Oh, that's kinda like the unique men-at-arms we had over in Iberia. We start with the charros, 4 out of 5, so that's 200... No, sorry, that's going to be 400 men-at-arms light cavalry, that's nice. We can station them in our capital, and we also start with a single-size regiment of mangonels. That's great, that's going to make sieging down castles much easier, in my experience, especially in After the End, but also in the base game. You want to get siege equipment as soon as possible, so that it's possible to siege down a castle within a reasonable time frame. Now, to improve our own strength, I think I would rather try to weaken my vassals. Particularly Inocencio over here, who controls a couple of counties within my de jure duchy. I'm going to set my court chaplain to fabricate a claim on him. Now, as for expansion, well, as this is the kingdom we want to create, we need 3 more counties. Either we can attack Duchess Quetzali over here, or Duke Yavi. Now, Yavi is a different faith, but as we are in the struggle mechanics here, the Mexican standoff, we can't do holy wars. What we can do is either ducal conquest, border raid, or our other vassals' claims. Now, that would be a perfect opportunity to take that whole duchy when we become king. Obviously, if we give him that duchy now, he becomes independent, which does not work for me. So, This is going to be our target. They have more than enough counties, but it looks like we're going to have to take them one at a time, unfortunately. And they do have similar troops to us, although they only have light footmen, while we have light cavalry. But I would want more of an advantage. Ideally, I could get an alliance with someone, like these guys for example. They have decent strength, they are also Cristero, they don't want to negotiate an alliance, so no one around me wants to negotiate an alliance. We'll probably have to wait for a child to get an alliance anyway, while the Duchess already has a daughter who she can marry off for an alliance immediately. So we're not going to attack them just yet, we're going to wait a while and see how things shake up. Maybe even wait for a kid that we can marry off. I may end up having to claim that land with my court cleric. Alternatively, if I were to raise my legitimacy, I could reduce the counties I need to create a kingdom level title. So maybe I won't have to conquer land outside of my existing duchy, we'll see. One good way to get legitimacy is to have feasts. That sounds good to me. And look at that, just one feast later we are already at rightful. Oh, never mind, I must have misread that. But okay, one more feast should get me over the threshold to be at level 3 legitimacy. Yeah, having taken a closer look at the Mexican standoff, it doesn't look like we'll ever have access to the Struggle Clash CB. But that's fine. In the Dust Up phase, we will get access to the, I guess, War with the Interlopers CBs and also the Forced Vassalization CB. Now, to get the best use out of that, we should become at least kings before the Dust Up happens. And so far it is looking like Dust Up is going to happen before Parley. Ah, good, my wife is finally pregnant 3 years after the start of the game. Here's hoping it's a son, but I won't mind a daughter either. Really any child for an alliance, and really any child just so that I have a player heir of my own dynasty. And congratulations to me, I get a son. Ernesto Niño, a good name. Now let's see, what do I want him to be educated as? What kind of good teachers do we have? Obviously I am a good Diplo education person, otherwise known as a tutor. I have a fantastic learning education option in my wife. And she's ambitious, stubborn, wrathful, all pretty good traits. Yeah, you know what, wife? You go ahead and educate our child to be a nerd. And I shall also appoint a nerd. Oh, never mind. I was sure that either my court chaplain or my wife would be a good tutor option, but I guess not. My court chaplain has come through and giving me a claim on the county controlled by my marshal. Now he is currently defending against a border raid against my other vassal. Well, what opportune timing for me to go ahead and demand that he give me his stuff. Oh, hold on, I need to raise my authority first. Okay, now give me your stuff. It looks like he'll probably say no, and I am hoping he actually says no, because then I'll be able to take both of his counties. In the meantime, I might as well tell my court chaplain to start fabricating a claim on the neighboring duchy. Yes, my vassal refused, alright. That was not a smart thing to do, cause now you lose everything. I'm not gonna lead my own troops, even though I am decent, because I just don't wanna risk dying. I can hire Ponacciano here, he has some pretty good commander traits. Oh, and he's only 35 gold, wonderful. Oh, look at that. I get lucky and capture him in a second battle where... what was it? It was 100 guys he had. Against my 1600? Okay, so he's fighting against my other vassal. What's gonna happen when I take both of his counties? We'll see about that. Oh, and that has also given me the other 50 legitimacy I need to become rightful, finally. So I can't take the county that's currently contested in a war. So I'm just gonna tell my other vassal to knock it off and end that stupid border raid. If you wanna raid someone outside of our realm, man, come on. Okay, he wants some gold. Fine, whatever. Okay, good. And now I can just take everything from this guy. I'll take this county, because that's the one I don't have a claim on. I can take it because he's a rebel. And now I can take the one I do have a claim on. Fantastic. That puts me above my domain limit. So I guess I'll create a couple of new count level vassals. And it looks like this is a 6 county duchy, I'm just now realizing that. As soon as I get this one more Diplo perk, I'm going to change my lifestyle focus to stewardship, and that will hopefully, either immediately thanks to these 3 stewardship points, or later, it will eventually hopefully raise my domain limit to be 6 out of 6. For now, I'll take the penalty for being above domain limit. Now that I'm a rightful ruler, do I still need 3 more counties to become king? No, I don't. All I need is money and 1 more duchy title. And that duchy title can be this one. Okay, great. So I guess now all I'm going to do is save up some money for the duchy and the kingdom level title. As I'm saving money, I guess I'm not going to be fabricating a claim on my neighbors, don't wanna spend money on that. And I guess the stewardship focus will help me with getting money as well, so it all works out. And I just realized the perfect thing for getting money is the border raid CB. Border raids of course give you money depending on the development of the target county, and most of the counties here are fairly low development. Well, with the exception of these guys who are fairly strong, and these guys who are fairly strong. But there's these guys here, the Duchy of Coahuila, ruled by Don Francisco II, who is extremely weak, has no alliances, no prospects for alliances, and pretty good, well, this county here at least has decent development for this area, so, my dear friend Don, I'm going to... oh, hold on. I can't actually do a raid against the good development county. Oh, that's disappointing, I wonder why that is. Okay, well, no matter. The development might be low in this county, but these guys are still weak, it's still basically free money. These 400 guys are all these guys can muster up, so... it looks like this really is going to turn out to be a very easy war. Look at that. From just one battle we got 100% war score. Okay, and I get some more legitimacy, just 20 gold. Alright, well, better than nothing I suppose. Some fame, whatever. Enforce demands, thank you very much. And I just need 1 more gold, there we go. And like that I can create the Duchy of Lomeria. And now, all I'm missing to create the Duchy of Gran Chicomeca is 350 gold. And I get my final Diplo perk that I'm going to be take. I guess I'll choose the territorial occupation that gives me option to use the forced vassalization CB, even though we're not in the dust up phase, so that's nice. And as I said, I will be moving over to the stewardship lifestyle for the money and the stewardship points. That doesn't yet put me up to 6 domain limit, but that's okay. We can be patient. What's this? The Borders of Faith. My spy master approaches me in private with clear doubt in his eyes. He explains to me that his faith is faltering due to his time spent guarding the border against Church of La Santisma, Marte, and fraternizing with his enemy. His words are not in jest. It feels as if the slightest mistake could push him away from God. Yet this is an opportunity to strengthen our fervor as well as our relationship. Let's see... yeah, let's get our court cleric to try and fix that. And what happened? Did it work? That was my spy master, right? And it did not work. He chose the Church of la Santísima Muerte. Oh, and that guy is my most powerful vassal. Can I just demand that he convert back? Nah, he says might accept, he'll probably demand for something in return. No man, even his son accepted the wrong faith. Oh, that's really unfortunate. Can I revoke it? Okay, so we are righteous, so we can only take away titles from evil faiths, and unfortunately these guys are only hostile. So for now I guess I am going to try and work with him. He's in poor health, so hopefully soon I won't have to deal with him, I'll just have to get his son to convert. But anyway, taking a look at the Santísima Muerte faith, it's kinda fun. It's basically communing with the spirit sort of thing. Nice! My chancellor, a pretty decent guy, has managed to erase my truce with Don Francisco. So I can just go ahead and attack him again and get some more free money. Or not. Apparently I don't have a CB on him. I guess because this county is recently looted, yeah, by us, so when this modifier goes away in about 4 years, I'll be able to attack them again. Still not sure why I can't declare as the Saltillo to be my target, but whatever. Disloyal vassal. Yeah, he is disloyal now that he is the wrong faith. Oh, but I can reduce his feudal obligations, so he becomes my friend. Okay, so I am not a fan of reducing feudal obligations, but if he's my friend, he'll be much more likely to change back to the correct faith. Please do that. He wants a weak hook on me. Fine, whatever. And I've been swaying this guy this entire time, Leader Charo of this duchy here. He is finally at 100% opinion with me, and he's willing to accept a negotiated alliance without a marriage, just barely. Now this is useful for us because he is about as strong as us. It says he's superior to us, I guess because he has more diverse men-at-arms, but we have some light cavalry, it's fine. And together we will form a pretty powerful bloc here. In the center of Mexico, not many people will be able to mess with us. I am honored by your request and I would be glad to call you an ally. Marvelous news. God, I love all versions of Catholicism in this game. You can just ask your head of faith for money, and this is ludicrously useful in the early game. I mean, just like that, we're almost at a point where we can form the kingdom. I will use this wealth wisely indeed. I now just need about 100 more gold and I will be able to form my kingdom. Things are just going my way. I got 50 gold from house savings and now this woman, who is much more powerful than me, though that's only if you don't count my ally, she wants to offer me 50 gold for a truce. I will happily accept. Batab. And this is interesting, she has special soldiers, I wonder where she got them from. And whether they'll despawn when she dies. I guess I'll keep an eye on that. Man, that 50 gold was really a bad investment. I mean, as soon as she passes away, and she's 89 years old, infirm and in poor health. Yeah, as soon as she dies, that truce goes away, so that was probably not a smart decision there, friend. And we're at a position where we can form the Kingdom of Gran Chicomeca. Just like that, we are a mighty king. We already have a royal court, and now as a king I can do a forced vassalization on this woman. Presumably she doesn't want to be my vassal. Oh, she would be potentially willing, but only with low vassal obligations. No, I think what I'm gonna do with her is just seize that entire duchy. Additionally, now that I'm a king, I can press the duchy claim of my vassal to get this whole realm, so that would be Herodes's claim. Or alternatively, I could do seize duchy, but that way I only get one out of these two. Or I could of course do forced vassalization. That way, instead of having one mega vassal, I would have two fairly powerful vassals. But Herodes here is my friend. He changed back to the correct religion for me. I mean, he's not in good health, so that's unfortunate. But yeah, I think I am just gonna go ahead and press his claims. Although, actually, I'm going to wait to build up a war chest a little bit first. By the way, I love in every game when you become king for the first time and you get this option to hang up your dynasty and house banners. It's so satisfying. And I also love how it looks, that black banner on this marble wall. Very nice. Ah, and this is nice, as a king I get one more in my personal domain. So now I am at 6 out of 6, I don't have a over domain limit penalty. Things work out so nicely. Oh my, would you look at that? Now the game is telling me I can vassalize my neighbors. Now it's telling me about the Duchess Quetzalli, who I can only vassalize at low obligations, so no thank you, but I can also vassalize my ally over here at normal obligations. Now honestly, I think he's more useful to me as an independent ally rather than as a vassal, so for now I'm just gonna not do that, but it's an idea to keep in mind, I think. Okay, with some money in the bank, I think it's time to go to war with Duke Yawi. He's weaker than us, his only ally is his own vassal, so he's not going to be helping him directly. Here it is. Congratulations, you get a whole new duchy. This is why siege weapons are important. I'm going to capture his capital in just a few months, while he is taking a year and a half to siege down a single castle. Wonderful. With his capital sieged, I think it's a good time for a head-on battle. Oh no, he's running away. Can I catch him? I guess not. Okay, whatever, I guess I'll siege down one more county then. Oh no, invalidated probably because, yeah, Herodotus did die. Died of old age, I probably should have seen that coming. But his son does have a claim on that duchy as well, so I guess I can just press his claim then. Okay, well, I guess it's time for attempt number 2. It was much faster to capture their capital now because the garrison was already depleted. Also, people keep asking me to contract their assistants. But no man, I got this in the bag, and what are you even gonna bring? 400 guys? Come on, go away. Oh man, these guys really don't wanna fight, I have to chase them all over Mexico. Oh my god, I actually managed to chase them off. If I attack them now, it will be into the mountains. I don't wanna risk that. Ugh, annoying bastards. Also, we did transition into the dust-up phase. So basically, now everyone has the forced vassalization CB, mercenaries are still cheaper, but that's nothing new, that was true in the high noon phase as well. Fatal casualties plus 50%, wow, that's going to cause a lot more dead people. And plus 20% siege weapon effectiveness. That benefits us greatly, because in this war in particular, as we have siege weapons while they do not. As I tour my castle grounds, a peasant elder approaches me. "Great lord, please have mercy upon us and save our village from the tyranny of Duchess Quetzalli. She has neglected our settlement for far too long. The people yearn for a new ruler. They yearn for you, lord." Welly, welly, well. They want me to take this county, which is convenient because that's what I wanted to take already, along with all other counties in the duchy. So I can just say you have my word and I get a claim on that. I get promised liberation for 10 years, so I will be expected to take that county within that timeline. So I will be expected to take that county within that time limit. And every powerful vassal gets opinion with me. Wonderful. Or I can say, prove your resolve to me, point your spears at Quetzalli. Okay, so that starts a peasant faction within our realm. That's not really that useful for me. I can just side with the Duchess, so absolutely not, or I can say I am sorry, but your people will have to help themselves. Absolutely not. I will promise to give you your liberation. As soon as I'm done with liberating the people of Zacatecas. Will I manage to catch them this time? No. Okay, you know what? They wanna defend in the hills. Do I have a better commander than this guy? Yes, I do. My Marshal and Vassal with 33 commander advantage. Alright, okay, so he has things in the bag, it seems. Okay, don't disappoint me, Marshal. Yes, there we go, that's a victory. Is that 100% war score? Yes, it is. Oh yeah, man, they all got annihilated. Probably thanks to that plus 50 fatal casualties thing we got from the dust-up phase. Wonderful. So now we get all of this, right? Yes, we do. And it's controlled by the son of my friend and my current spymaster. He has a couple of new vassals. Oh, it looks like he did only get the duchy title, but the counts are still there. And considering how much land the previous Duke of Zacatecas controls, I'm thinking that there's a good chance that unless he's put down by leader Charo Raimundo, this guy will be the Duke of Zacatecas again. But for now, I can use the hook I just gained on Raimundo to change the feudal obligations back to normal. If you remember, I had to lower them so that his father would change back to the correct religion. Now I could go straight in on the Duchess over here and take the county I promised I was gonna take, but she kinda built up her strength. She's almost as strong as us. And she is old. I'm thinking I wait for her to die and her daughter to take over. That succession will destabilize the realm a little bit. These two counts over here will definitely not like their new duchess as much as the old. That will weaken them somewhat, making it easier to invade them, so yeah, I'll wait for that. In the meantime, there's Comarea Lagunerera. In the meantime, there's Don Leon II. He controls one county within my de jure kingdom, and I want it. I could do the seize the county CB or Holy War for county. Well, I guess I don't wanna risk anyone else joining in on their side, so I guess I'll just do the seize CB. I could also do the forced vassalization, but, well, A, I don't have the prestige for that, and B, I don't really want this guy as my vassal. He is fairly powerful, he has a different faith, different culture. Yeah, no, I'm just gonna take the county. Thank you very much. Now he is also almost as strong as us, so I will be calling in my ally to help. And that's a quick siege to a county. Now he is trying to siege down one of my counties, but I'm not sure I wanna chase him all over the place. I think I'm just going to siege down his capital now. I'll probably be able to do that before him, as he doesn't appear to have any siege weapons. Oh yeah, in just 9 months I'll have his capital, and if we get lucky and maybe capture his heir, this kid will win the war. Or maybe even if we don't, as we do have ticking war score, as we already control the target county. Oh great, that gives us 99.5% war score, and there's the 100%. Nice, I get a whole new county that I can give out to a random person. Welcome to existence, Uriel. I know it must be jarring to not exist and then suddenly for RNG gods to create you, but there you go. You are my faith, my culture, and are somewhat grateful for me giving you your dang county. While I'm waiting for the old duchess to truly become the old duchess, I guess I might as well hire some more men-at-arms. Let's see. I'm gonna get bowmen. I think they're the best early game men-at-arms, especially for their price. Oh no, someone's plotting to kill me. Okay, we can deal with this. By the way, I love how you have this option to redouble guards or withdraw from view. That is a fantastic addition to the game. Cause it does have costs to it. Your vassals and courtiers are less happy, you're more stressed, but it gives you something to do to be able to directly protect yourselves from assassination attempts. Wonderful, look at that. Negative 117% chance to succeed. Good luck with that, guys. But who even is it? It's probably just people outside of my realm who are angry I took their land. And while I was talking, the Duchess died. And now her duchy is ruled by her daughter, who is significantly weaker. Well, for now at least. Whoa, she's a brilliant strategist and a pretty decent Diplo character, so yeah, she'll probably become reasonably powerful eventually if I give her a chance, but I'm not gonna give her a chance. Yeah, I could just do my claim for the county, but no, I'm gonna seize that entire duchy. Oh, except I'm missing prestige. Never mind, let me take some time to sort that out. Well, would you look at that? While I'm gathering my prestige, they are fighting a civil war. Now, the Duchess has had to hire mercenaries to deal with it, increasing her army temporarily, but it's still not enough to overpower me. Although it looks like she will win this civil war eventually. When she does, she will definitely be undisputed ruler of that entire duchy, meaning she'll be even more powerful, so I should probably try and get rid of her before that happens. Just as I was about to take the last duchy in my de jure kingdom, my ally is calling me to war. It looks like he's attacking these guys in a border raid. Oh, and these guys are fairly strong. They're as strong as us with our ally. Okay, so I guess it's going to have to be a real fight then. Nice, my ally has got the right idea. We are sieging down their capital immediately. I am going to attach my army to them so that we can be a unified force. Well, these guys are just sieging down a random county over here and losing all the supplies. Supplies. Okay, now, ally, would be a good time to attack them. They're sieging down your capital, they're running low on supplies, and they're numerically inferior. Please stop doing the AI dance over here and just attack them. Okay, you know what? Maybe I can help him out. If I go attack them, hopefully he'll come and help. It looks like we might win even without their help. Okay, we are not winning, and my ally is being absolutely useless. Alright then, well, I guess that's my bad for trying to do something here. Oh, and those are pretty bad casualties. Damn. I guess now we're on the receiving end of that 50% fatal casualties. And now my ally is gonna get wrecked. Okay, I think this war is over. Oh yeah. Yeah, and in the future, friend, don't attack someone who's thrice your strength. Okay, both myself and my ally have recovered. I have enough prestige. It's time to go to war for the final duchy in my de jure realm. Please give me your stuff. Finally, we've run into an enemy that actually has siege equipment. Unfortunately for her, she spent all her money fighting her own vassals. So she doesn't have enough troops to actually protect that siege equipment. Oh, well, that was a stroke of luck. She gave her heir that county and I just captured her while sieging it down. Wonderful. Now if I can just catch her army... Okay, there we go. It says we're about equal. Oh, hold on, let me replace the commander with someone better. There we go, now we'll probably win, and that's not even taking into account my vassals. Oh yeah, that's a nice victory. And with that, I get my 100% war score, I get the county that I promised I was gonna take, along with a whole bunch of other things. I can hand this out to a whole bunch of new and grateful vassals. Meanwhile, am I gonna get an event congratulating me on taking that county I said I was gonna take? I still have that modifier, Promised Liberation, but I do have the county. Okay, well, I'm guessing that I don't get reward for taking it. The claim on it was the reward. I would probably get a penalty if I didn't take it, but I did, so it's fine. And we have united our entire kingdom of Gran Chicameca. And now we border the Republic of Mexico. Actually, we border the Mexican Republic. How could I have confused those two? Although they are currently fighting the Republic of Mexico. who is winning, and if they do win, it looks like they're going to get that entire realm. And so they will unite and become a even more powerful administrative realm. So I don't wanna allow that. I think what would be in our best interest would be to help the Mexican Republic against the Republic of Mexico to keep them divided. But that's gonna have to be for next time. And I'll see you then.